With COVID-19 spreading, the world needs leaders. And yes, we do need smart leaders who can devise a thorough plan to fight off the virus. But a plan only shines when it is delivered to the people. If the people are unconvinced, unaware, and unwilling to follow the plan, the best plans have no chance of success. Therefore, it goes without saying that communication is key to solving the COVID-19 pandemic, or any problem for that matter.
Unfortunately, the pandemic has obstructed human connection. No longer are face-to-face conversation possible. No longer are speeches in a tightly packed auditorium viable. No longer are the conventional methods of disseminating ideas and sharing hope feasible. The COVID-19 pandemic has shown us that face-to-face communication, previously considered to be impeccable, isn't quite as bulletproof.
We've tried out untact communication, but it simply isn't the same as what we used to have. It's more difficult to share emotions or form connections. Because of this obstacle, many people are now experiencing what is known as Corona Blue, a form of depression from the lack of contact in the post-Corona age.
As conventional methods of communication have failed us, we must adapt, and to a degree we did. Korean classrooms implemented online learning platforms such as Zoom, EBS, and Google Classroom during the school closure. Unfortunately, not everything went according to plan. Some students, including me, found the experience ineffective, unengaging, and quite frankly, boring. The communication problem we face amidst the crisis does not stem from our lack of alternatives. We have all the tools in the world to broadcast ourselves. Rather, the problem stems from the fact that we fail to use those alternatives properly. Therefore, the most important skill in the post-corona era is versatility in communication, being able to use all kinds of communication productively and effectively.
We need to be better able to express ourselves, whether that be through a YouTube video, a video call, streaming, or just a good old face-to-face conversation. Now, that doesn't simply mean speaking fluently. It means to use all the tools at your disposal. If you're in a YouTube video, how about using video effects to better emphasize your points? If you're in a video call, try screen sharing to provide visual aid to your audience. And if it's a face-to-face conversation, use props or body language. There are so many ways to take advantage of each platform's unique features. We simply have not discovered them yet. And to be honest, that's not entirely our fault. The education system inadequately prepares people for such tasks.
Modern schools pay little attention to modern technology. Other than the occasional use of PowerPoint and maybe Microsoft Word, classrooms are almost always tech-free. Because of this, students rarely get a chance to explore the various features of technology-mediated interactions. In order for schools to adequately prepare students for a post-corona world, a world in which alternative means of communication will prevail, schools must modify their curriculum. The changes don't need to be radical either. A small change, such as replacing a presentation with making a YouTube video, can help students expand their creativity by providing them with more tools to express themselves. Or how about doing a debate on Zoom? That way, students can review their footage with a recorded Zoom call, rather than just relying on their peers for their feedback. Honestly, the possibilities of improving vanilla education with technology are endless.
Needless to say, the COVID-19 pandemic has irreversibly changed the world. It has broken the monopoly that old face-to-face communication has had. And now, new means of communication are on the rise. Therefore, it is essential that we adapt to these new changes. And the best starting point, the only possible starting point, is in the classroom.